Shifting focus now to news coming in from the national capital, where Dinesh Arora, an accused in the Delhi excise policy alleged scam, has now told the court that he is willing to turn approver in the case. The court has recorded that he has made this statement under no pressure. His statement has also now been recorded. The court says that due to the sensitivity of the matter, the case would be heard in camera. The court proceedings would be heard in camera, but this definitely is going to spew more trouble for the Aam Aadmi Party, for Manish Sisodia especially, who has been under the scanner as the man who implemented, as the man who was in charge of the Delhi excise policy, which now stands withdrawn. Ananya Bhatnagar, my colleague, now joins me for more on this. Ananya, the court has recorded that Dinesh Arora was not under any pressure. He, by his own volition, has decided that he wants to turn approver and has accepted the charges against him.
Well, definitely, he has accepted the charges against him. He has recorded the statement of voluntariness, and the case would now be heard on November the 14th. The court would be hearing the application seeking pardon by Dinesh Arora, who has said that he will be cooperating with the investigation agencies like he was doing it earlier. And now, what is very, very crucial to note at this point of time is that he has already given out a statement under 164, which is before a magistrate, giving out a lot of disclosures. And more importantly, when he had filed an anticipatory bail application before in the CBI case, the CBI did not actually oppose this application, saying that he has cooperated in the investigation. And subsequently, on the same day when this application was filed, the CBI had arrested Vijay Nair, and later the Enforcement Directorate too arrested Sameer Mahindru in this particular case. So definitely Dinesh Arora turning, if at all turning an approver, and if he's allowed by the court to turn an approver into this particular case, then this might give out, in fact, troubles for the Aam Aadmi Party and for all of those involved into this particular case, whether we talk of Sameer Mahindru, whether we talk of Vijay Nair, the ex-Aam Aadmi Party, in fact, communications in charge, because his statements would now attain a value of a witness. Because if at all he turns an approver into this case, he will no longer be an accused person. He would, in fact, become a witness to this particular case, and then his statements would become of value. And in fact, since day one, when this case had broken out and Dinesh Arora's role had come in, he has cooperated with the investigation agency, and that's the reason why, in fact, anticipatory bail was also allowed to him, wherein the CBI had not opposed it, and now he has given out a voluntary statement that he will turn an approver into this case. The court had repeatedly asked him while the matter was being heard that whether he's under any kind of a pressure or any undue influence, but he has very categorically said that he has made all these statements in true knowledge and in fact under no pressure. So this is a turning point in the Liquorgate storm, and we might see that more revelations or maybe more investigations and raids might come in after the recording of his statements and after he gives out more info into this particular case. We might also see that some kind of arrest is made into this particular case after the revelations that would be made by Dinesh Arora, because remember, the CBI is considering him to be a very, very keyhole, a punch hole to this whole Liquorgate scandal, and we'll see as to how the investigation agencies would they would actually go ahead with its probe when this particular accused actually turns in approver and gives out statements with regards to this commission of this particular offence in the Liquorgate scandal. Poonam.
Right, Ananya, stay on with me. BJP Shehzad Poonawala now with me on the phone line. Shehzad, do you think this is going to spew more trouble for Manish Sisodia now that one of the key accused in the case has decided to turn approver for the agency?
Look, this is a legal procedure. I'm not in awareness of this, but I can say that today Manish Sisodia should tell us that how much money was made in this corruption and how much money was spent by the Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab elections using this money, and how much they are funneling into Gujarat, because the entire Sharab Ghotala is out in the open. Our RTI has revealed how there was a loss of 2,500 crores. We've also seen the manner in which Vijay Nair and other close aides of Manish Sisodia are in jail and have not got any relief from court. There have been two sting operations which have spoken of the multiple amounts of crores of rupees that was given by the Sharab Mafia to them. We've also seen the number of violations that were done, and these were done in order to give benefit to the Sharab Mafia. So instead of answering these questions, we have the Aam Aadmi Party playing a victimhood card and the Aam Aadmi Party saying there was no Ghotala. If there was no Ghotala, why did they take the old policy back into action, and why did they remove the new policy? So there is a Ghotala, and Mr. Kejriwal must tell us, will he take action on Manish Sisodia or will he continue to defend the corrupt?
Now, Shehzad, As far as Kejriwal is concerned and all of the Aam Aadmi Party has concerned, both Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain have got their complete support so far. Kattar Imandar is how the party and even Arvind Kejriwal define them.
You know, this is the new face of the Aam Aadmi Party, which once upon a time under India Against Corruption used to say first resignation, then investigation. Today, even if there is court observation, courts are finding guilt against these people. They say no resignation, no matter what happens. And therefore, the question is that Aam Aadmi Party ka ban gaya hai shishtachaar, karna hai bhrashtachar, whether inside Tihar or outside Tihar. And now people are saying that whenever there is an inquiry or some court proceeding, they start saying atyachar, atyachar. This is the new face of the Aam Aadmi Party, and therefore they're defending all these people.
Right, Shahzad Poonawalla, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. The BJP upping the ante against the Aam Aadmi Party and Manish Sisodia.